All right. We're here with Yoja, Jaws of the Conclave. The reason some of these aren't crafted yet is because I just wanted to talk about the cards that interested me that I hadn't actually crafted yet. Um, oh wait, let me actually talk about the commander first. Getting ahead of myself. It's a Naya 5 mana 5/5 Vigilance Trample Ward 3. When it attacks, your all of your creatures get the 1/1 counters, not just the elves. But you get a 1/1 counter on everything for the amount of elves you have, and then you draw a card for each wolf you have. So it's got this dual creature type thing. It's like dual tribal, which is pretty cool. You don't see that too often, but there are some examples of it. Some things cheese that, like Universal Automaton. This is a wolf and an elf, right? So that's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Certain things that change, creature types in play or whatever, are pretty nice. I think that's what this does, right? Yep. So we got stuff like that in here. This is extremely green because most elves are green and a lot of the wolves are green, and then some of them are also red. There aren't really any white elves, and I don't think there's any white wolves. I didn't really look. I just thought green was the way to be. If your deck has green in it, green is the first color you go to anyways. So kind of straightforward, right? Like how on earth is Llanowar Elves not the first card you put in your deck? Um, I'm running Elvis and Avison's Pilgrim. It's neither creature type, but again, this effect is far more powerful than any other thing you can even do anyways, is just turn one mana dorks. I will actually, now that I'm saying that, I'm going to put Ragavan in here. It's not a wolf or an elf, but again, just completely stupid. So yeah, we got changeling stuff. We got wolves and elves. We have some other random stuff tossed in here. Arlen Cord, I really like this card. I was kind of wishy-washy about crafting it. I don't have many mythics, so it's like, oh, I could probably do without this, but what's really nice is this comes in before your commander, at least mana-wise, and you can use this to give your commander haste, and that just alone is so good that I see no reason not to run this. The same with that other thing. It is a werewolf, I think, which doesn't count, which kind of sucks. It really sucks that this doesn't look at werewolves. But this card is another one that like kind of just gives something haste. Actually, this effect is probably so good, I probably just want to run it, even though it's neither of my creature types. That is unfortunate, but like I think I can get away with it if we look at the demographic here. We have 23 elves and 8 wolves. I don't know how changelings are thrown into this creature type count. I don't know how they work. Its shapeshifter would be 6 more. I don't know how the counter works there, but um, yeah, we're gonna put that in Ragavan. Actually, I guess I wasn't ready to hit record, huh? Hit the stream button. But yeah, so that's it. The lands are straightforward, right? Fetch lands are really strong, right? I think this is the first time I've played a 3-color commander with fetch lands, and we get to get Jetmir's Garden basically every game. I mean, turn one, fetch land will probably get an untapped green source because that's just where we're going to be with a lot of our early plays anyways. So maybe we don't get Jetmir's Garden that much, but that's besides the point. Indestructible cards, so you got Selfless Spirit, Boromir, right? Yeah, I put Boromir in here. Teferi's Protection, Unbreakable Formation. I had Esper Sentinel in here for a second, right? You could definitely go that line. I put Mana Tithe instead. Swords seems nice. Lightning Bolt is also a little wishy-washy. I don't think this is going to push us over the edge. I don't think we're that aggressive, but Lightning Bolt's still solid. It can go after kind of anything that's in the way. It can go face. I don't hate it. I don't like Lightning Helix. I think that's a little too expensive. The gaining 3 life isn't really that relevant when you're on the offense the whole time, basically. Yeah. Oh, this is the other one that does haste on things that have resolved. So I like this as well. And I think that's about it. Wolves and elves, not werewolves. Notably, don't get mixed up there. We'll see how we do. Like, oh wait, one more thing. I am not going to play Hardened Scales. I put it in here just to talk about it. I don't own it. This is better as an elf. If it was an elf, it basically would be doing what Hardened Scales is doing, right? You play an elf, you get more counters because you have an elf. You play this, you get more counters. This is harder to deal with, but I would much prefer an elf in my deck instead of Hardened Scales. So this, I actually don't like it here. I think it's a little too over the top. We don't get a lot of early 1/1 counter interaction with it, like something like an Arcbound Ravager would. Something like that. This just doesn't seem like the deck for it. I think it's trapped, so don't run Hardened Scales. And I think that is it. I think that's it. Mayor of Averbrook is a little weird because it takes a lot to get to the wolves, but I'm willing to try it, so that's why I put it in here. And yeah, I've never owned Elvish Archdruid, which is hilarious. I've never actually owned this card. I guess now's the time. Spirit of the Hunt. And yep, alright. We'll see how we do. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's roll. After I take out cards. Okay. That's a little jank. Another hand without a Menadork. Nope. Probably can't keep this. Okay, let's get rid of... Do we need Gwenna in this hand? I guess we kind of do, so we can get rid of the 1/1 Death Toucher. Yeah, we kind of need Gwenna here. Sure. Opponent can't really kill it. Okay. This is a good card, maybe, in this matchup. Maybe, sort of. I don't know what kind of deck this is. Oh, they actually did have an answer. Yeah, you can't target that. They tried to target it, but they cannot. Obvious counterspell is obvious. Alright, we love to see that. We wasted their turn. They just couldn't cast a counterspell. Which couldn't really do anything, so they kind of wasted the mana. Which means they probably have to leave up counterspell if they want to keep doing that, which we are kind of fine with. Obviously, we can force the issue with this card, and I absolutely will. I just don't want to see, like, Mana Tithe or something like that. Alright, this is probably good, depending on my opponent's next sequence of things to do, but this is really, I mean, this was an insanely good draw as well, so. That was just an insane sequence there. End step flash into Halana. Commander's huge. But now we have to dodge. I mean, they don't have a second white, so no, like, Wrath of God or anything. Nice, yep. We just got around the counterspell with a flash threat that my opponent... You know what? I don't think my opponent should have countered the wolf. I think they had to let this resolve. It's damage coming in, but, like, even if this didn't have haste, I think this is scarier to have resolve. So I think they should have probably countered that instead. But we'll take it. Really nice. Affinity for Planeswalkers, but it only discounts it by 1. Mirror opponent attacks with 1 or more. Okay. I mean, I'm on the play with Ragavan, so good luck. Let's see, do I get Stomping Ground first? I don't think I've ever lost a game playing Ragavan turn 1 on the play. I don't think I've ever ended up losing a game, so a lot of people just kind of concede. I guess it gets discounted more than 1 later? I don't know if it dies, but it's like... And then it costs 3, which is already cheaper than, like, every Planeswalker. So I don't know why it has affinity for Planeswalkers. It's so weird. I've never seen this card, actually. I never got around to looking at it in the set there. Or maybe I did. I know I looked at all the commanders, so I must have just forgotten about it. I'm not going to lie, it does give me very forgettable vibes. I think I'm actually going to get Sacred Foundry. Just so I kind of get better colors. I mean, I do have the treasures from Ragavan, so it's not like I'm really screwed. My opponent has to do something about this. They don't have anything? Do I hit you? Wow. Alright, there we go. Good spot. I could play that. Do I? I mean, why not? It's a free card. It kind of does everything the rest of my hand already wants to do, so why not? Man, look at that. Ragavan value. Absolutely gross. Oh, okay, sure. Ragavan made my opponent spend 2 mana, card, gave me 2 maps, and I stole a file. That is absolutely gross. Ragavan is dumb. Alright, so let's play our Ward 3, so my opponent cannot possibly kill it. Let's get Stompy Boy. There's just no card in the game that lets them kill this on 3 mana. It's just not possible. This is basically a divination, which I kind of like. As weird as the card looks. Sure, alright, so let's play you, let's play you. I'm just going to kill my opponent's commander. Probably win the game immediately. Play some doges. And then swing. Draw 3? Oh, right, this is not an elf. I thought it was an elf. It doesn't get the thing. That is not... Protection from white? Protection from white? Oh, you sly dog. Alright, yeah. It didn't matter. Oh, man. Yeah, that was just devastating. I mean, turn 1 Ragavan. Illegal in China? Yeah. I think a lot of things are illegal in China. Alright, speaking of illegal things in China, we have turn 1 Ragavan on the play again. I guess we're just doing this. Oh, jeez. Oh, see, this is why I didn't want to craft Ragavan, because it just makes games non-games, even if you win. Like, this is just so stupid. This is so stupid. Oh, I didn't get value? Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Maybe I wanted to play a Menadork there, actually. I probably wanted to. Oh, never mind. We just get to hit again. Alright. We get to do the dumb. Now, they could have Wash Away. Bro, my man just straight stifled me. My man's just straight stifled me. Whoa. Alright, you got it. I just got stifled. I'm actually not going to play another card. I just got stifled, dude. Oh no, one of my treasures. What will I do? Yeah, I would have saved it for the trigger, you're absolutely right. But they must have something else going on. So let us swing. They're always blocking this, so I can swing with the greeters. They're just going to block Ragavan. They're not going to let me hit them with it. Doesn't make any sense. My opponent just let... Oh, wait, no. Right. The arrows are, like, borderline invisible for some reason. Alright, I will play this. I will play it. I kind of don't want to play it right now. I'd rather have Arlen going, but I think this is fine. It's kind of sketchy. I don't want to get hit by a sweeper. I also did not read my opponent's commander. Get your end step. Draw. Okay. Alright, I'm not too upset with this. Play that. Let's play... I will play this, I think. And then name Wolf. So I draw on attacks. I think that's fine. Yeah. We just... Or not name Wolf. They're just all changeling. I'm not naming anything. Yeah, we can play something and make another treasure token. So let's get a Stompy Boy. And then play... Doesn't really matter which one. Get another treasure. Alright. This is absolutely degenerate. They basically need a board wipe. I mean, it's blue-white. They haven't played... Well, I guess they did play a creature. They're dead if they do nothing. Yep, alright. Yeah, that doesn't really surprise me. I mean, the fact that they were thinking about it means they didn't just have a sweeper, and I don't really know. I don't know what this deck looks like. Oh, we got ourselves a Naya commander off. Look at that. Who will have the cheese early? I kind of have some sauce early. We have two of the goofy cards I had to craft for this deck. I don't hate this, but I don't love it. I feel like I can do better, but I feel like I also don't hate this hand, so... Do I name... I think I name Elf with this Cavern. I don't name Wolf. But either one is fine. I could just name Wolf. Maybe it doesn't really matter. Samwise is an incredibly good card against me, but we'll see how it goes. Todd Life, what up? Who's cooking harder? Oh, that's a good question. Oh, my opponent got the attack. The 4D chest attack. I'm upset. Alright, so I'm going to name... I think I'm just going to name Wolf, because if I lose certain things, I'd like to have all my colors for my commander, and obviously Mana Tithe and stuff like that. So let us not play our commander. We're going to play this, and make a Wolf token, I think. My opponent has a spell here, which is quite concerning. I think I'm going to make a Wolf. This leads me to... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe I over-respected. They couldn't have swords, but they could swords this turn cycle if they had it. Alright, yeah, it's too much. We're on board too fast. My opponent looks like they have some kind of reactive stuff going on. This attack also makes me believe this wasn't useful given the texture of their hand, which means there was probably merit in blocking, but they value this more than this, right? So I probably shouldn't block. This is more valuable, so nice. Yeah, wolves are the weakest part of this deck by a lot. There are not a lot of good wolves, and again, everything that is good is already in green. So, like, the best wolf is kind of just the 1/1 changeling. Like, that's just the best wolf. Alright, so we're against a Modi. I feel better against a Modi than I do Pock, which is... That's really saying something, let me tell you. Okay, we'll just do this here. And then play you. Collected Company. This is one of the few decks that does like Collected Company. It's a very uncommon card to see in this format. Very uncommon. I'll send a message, see what they do. They take it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah, yeah. Got our free damage in, dude. Got our free damage. Huge. Alright. That's fine. That's also fine. Let's do this. Alright. Surely we don't whiff. Alright, we kind of, sort of didn't hit anything exciting, but we got value. Let's play this. Let's play this. I have no way to give it haste, right? Yep, unfortunate. And then... Nothing. Alright, so Emoti usually just hits a ramp spell. Okay, never mind. My opponent does not have to play Emoti now. They can just win the game with something else. Alright, they do not have something else. My opponent had so much mana by the time they went for Emoti, it actually wasn't very useful. Okay, this could have been categorically worse. Oh, wait, they're literally banned? Femboys are banned in China? I didn't know that. Oh wait, they called it the de-sissification of China. But that was like 10 years ago. Don't they have like a bunch of Chinese pop stars that are like patently women? Blatantly women? Okay, so I guess I'll play these pre-combat so I get more things. And then swing, 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 swing. And I guess swing. There's no reason not to. Alright. My opponent has to basically do devastating things to me this turn cycle. My opponent just let themselves die. My opponent had to block with Emoti, didn't block with Emoti, and then died. That was faster than us, let me tell you. Alright, we've got Cavern Souls the past 3 games, and now we actually need it. Okay, we don't have it. I don't like this hand, though, so we mulligan. Alright, we got it. We got the lol I instantly beat Malcolm card, assuming it doesn't get countered. And I'm going to play this turn 1, because I just win if it works. I told you. Oh, yes. Oh, my post name is idiotic. That's funny. Look at that. What do you know? What do you know? It looks like they don't want to play the game. Oh, man. See, I love it. I love it. I love how polarizing this format is. It's just such... It's so stupid. Oh, well. Moving on, I guess. Okay, this is the ninjutsu, but instead of from hand, it is weird face down. So it's a little bit more restrictive than the ninjutsu version. Okay, let us play you, and I'm not going to use the food. There are not a lot of assassins in Magic. Explains the changeling here. Guardian Idol, that actually kind of surprises me. I might actually end up... Oh, wait, no. For some reason, I thought I still had swords in hand. That was last game. I'm an idiot. Alright, well, we have a really, really, really fast commander, which means there's no removal that can deal with it. And then we can capitalize on the attack trigger. But my opponent gets attack triggers, too. Their commander has Death Touch. Alright, that has more use than I had initially anticipated. I have to do this pre-combat, unfortunately. You know what? No, we're just going to go to attacks. What am I talking about? Because if I can intervention, then I'm going to intervention so they can't... Okay, they just straight take it. I was not expecting that. I mean, yeah, we got some flash in here. My whole hand is actually instant speed, basically. Look at that. Love it. I could have flashed this in. I didn't have a land, but still. It would have effectively done the same thing. There's not many cards... Yeah, I was about to say, there's nothing my opponent... Oh, wait, we get to see. Ooh, we get to see. They got a land in... Oh, a pretty decent one. How do you flip them back up for 4? I don't hate that. Alright, I haven't played against this commander yet. That's nice. Let's put this on white or red. I do not currently have white. I guess I do here, but... Yeah, I like Strike It Rich. I think it's a solid card. Controversial, I know. Let's do this. Let's play... this. Play this. And then... Yep, that's it. Playing this doesn't really get me anywhere. Oh look, my opponent played Strike It Rich, except they don't get to do it twice. I mean, this is a spell in the graveyard that's really good. Alright, well, I counter the kicker, so they wasted their treasure as well, which is probably a mistake. I mean, it was definitely a mistake. Alright, we'll leave out Collected Company. Probably get, Oh, my opponent doesn't have a land? Ooh, jeez. Alright, let's get, this. If they counter this, I get my commander going. They did not counter it. Oh no. Alright, sure. Do this. Counterspell on my commander is annoying. So let's go to combat. I really don't want to give my opponent the ability to capitalize on this stumble. Vendilion Click? Whoa. Okay. I can cast this. I can cast it. That is the funniest thing to see. Alright. Yep, just go to combat again. Sure. And I anticipate a counterspell, but I think that's fine. Let's put this on white. Yeah, I mean, if I have to play, I have to get through the counterspells eventually, so I might as well start to do that now. It's not like I can cast it again next turn. I also, as it stands, don't feel like I need it that much. I do kind of have this. This is very annoying to deal with. They stumble again. Alright. That's good news. Nice. Nice. Yep. I think we played that very well. They were struggling with their mana, and I didn't want them to use their mana, right? So I'm just not really trying to get counterspells thrown at me, but I felt like it was a free attempt at just casting it once and know it's going to get hit by counterspell. Unfortunately, that card did draw a card, which I really don't want to see, but they still couldn't get out of it. And then this is an indestructible card, very difficult to deal with. I mean, even if they did kind of bounce it, I can just replay it. Just too slow for this. I don't know why they didn't just cast this, though. It is an 8/8. Right? You just cast it. They had 5 mana. They could have literally just put this in play. My commander comes in play. They're not totally dead. I don't know what the rest of their hand looks like, but they just felt like it wasn't worth it. I guess the hand wasn't good. Maybe it was all counter spells in like a lightning bolt or something, and playing this doesn't really, like, giving me the option to put this in play is actually bad because their hand is bad, but I don't know. I don't know what their hand was. Good. Land would be nice, but not that necessary. Do I play this? I like kind of want to play this next turn, but no. I have to like guarantee my commander next turn, or like, you know, do something that if it wasn't blocking, draw a card. Okay. If it wasn't blocking, draw a card. I should not have blocked that. I shouldn't have attacked. Oh, yeah, I guess I should have just blocked that. I think it would have been better to let him have the, yeah, that was a mistake, I think. Oh, well. It's fine. I anticipated probably some kind of removal. I mean, it could be like a 1-mana unsummon. An unsummon would work here. Because, again, it's got Ward 3. We've been in this position before. They also could have just gotten something degenerate off of the one trigger there, but I mean, probably not. Oh, they're trying to target my commander. Doesn't work. It's got Ward 3. Good news. Fatal push? Nope. Alright, so I lose something, but it isn't too big of a... Yeah, okay, fine. I think my whole hand is kind of the same here. What is this? Okay. Arlen Court is interesting, but I think I'd prefer to just play these. Guess I'll just eat this. And, I'm not going to swing with the Paradise. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is just too much. This is so difficult for... why does this cost 2? Oh, right, this discounts creatures, right? I did that on purpose. I know I'm smart, but... Oh, jeez. Okay, this would be the first game I've ever actually reveled. That's neat. If we get there. No 1-drop. Huge, huge, huge. No 2-drop. Also massive. Dummy thick, if you will. Let's get ourselves a green. Yeah, a green that doesn't hurt us would be nice. Let's play the one with more cake. I think that plays around a Moment of Craving. The old heavily played Moment of Craving. Slime Against Humanity? Oh, man. Slime Against Humanity. I love it. Alright, so let's play you. Let's play this on white. And then you? Yeah, yeah. Alright. Slimes versus elves and wolves and stuff. This is the most uninteract... Oh, wait. That's not a slime? There we go. There's a slime. Yes, I love it. Alright, can I play this first? Nope. Always playing this. This Revels is looking not too great right now. Kind of already dumping my hand first. They could put me in a spot where I can't really swing because they got too many slimes and it's not like favorable attack. Okay, that's sketchy. Okay, they collect evidence. They make some things with stuff. You got it. They do not attack. Yep, makes sense to me. Let's do this. Free. Red, I guess. Play Revels. Play Realm Breaker. Name Elf. Yep, expected outcome there. Just a random 1/1. Alright, swing with you, and I think this gets big enough. Well, I don't know. I'm just not gonna. I think it's necessary. Alright. Like I said, one attack with our commander is just massive, so... Okay, they sacked all their stuff instead of blocking with it. Not sure what that is about. A little odd to me, but who knows. More slimes, I guess. 2 more slimes this turn. No, nope, something else. Okay, not good. Bad news? Alright, that's fine. I'm not too upset with this. That's a weird card to see in a slime deck. Actually, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but sure. Don't hate it. Don't hate it. Can't say I love it, though. Alright. Back to the old business. I'll just collect a company. And then we have Heroic Intervention, so there's just no way they can do anything now. Game's just over. Slime Against Humanity, dude. I love it. I love it, but it just doesn't work. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about it. Oh, man. See, they're on the right track. I like the sweeper, kind of. It does make more sense, I see now, because they sack their own tokens to do this, right? Like, okay. Alright. This is artifacts, right? And then equip creatures, sure, yep. So it's like a Voltron deck, I guess. Pretty neat. I don't think I've played against this commander yet. It's not new, but still. Dalekos. Wait, what? Oh, right, right. Those are land types. The new temples are lands. I'm sad because I like temples more than these surveil lands, and now they're kind of just like meh. Okay, well, guess I'll play the card my opponent knows about. Why not? Mirex. Okay. Sure. Neat, neat. Let's see here. This, if I do that, I can't double. I think I'm just gonna do this. This is probably slightly better. I don't know. It plays around a single removal spell, so I guess I will. Hopefully they play their commander this turn, then we have access to ours. Okay, kind of the same. Sort of. What does this do? Sure. Not too bothered by that. Alright. That is not a treasure token. I would love to leave up Teferi's Protection, but I can't. Alright, Mayor. Please make a 2-2. Come on, Mayor. It's been an hour and a half. Make a 2-2. Please make a 2-2. Just once. I don't even need the 2-2. I just need you to do it. I do not need the 2-2. Alright, looks like I'm not getting a 2-2. Sag. But we probably win. There's almost nothing my opponent can do to beat this here. This is just absolutely devastating. Kind of Sag. Yep. Just lead with an attack. Swing with that, that, and this. You know what? I'm going to swing like this. And you can't stop me. I could have, like, led with this. It's an elf and a wolf. Probably should have played this pre-combat. I got too excited, but you never know what you're going to draw. I could find something better to play, and I still want to leave up 3 for this anyways, so I think this is fine. I think this makes sense. Looks like we're going to lose something. Yep. Sure. Nope, nope. Sure. That's 5-5, yep. They wanted to trade. I probably would have just blocked the 4-4 instead, so at least one of their cards lives, but they chose not to. Fair enough. Alright, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to tap this, just in case. Yeah, alright, I was about to say, there's probably nothing my opponent can do anyways. We are so far ahead. Like I said, every time you get to attack with this, if you have any kind of board when you do, your first attack is kind of game-ending. It's kind of spine-snapping, if you will. Oh yeah, much better. Oh no, Lazav. Whatever will I do? Ragavan, a little late, buddy. What you think? Let's play you. I guess I can play Ragavan. Sure. It means my opponent needs another creature, or they just simply cannot attack with their commander. I do not hate either of those scenarios, so. There's no card in a graveyard. They'll have to kill something before combat. They don't have any black mana. More than likely they just won't attack, though. Never mind. Opponent just had the penultimate card here. Removal spell and an attack. They get it on an attack trigger, so I can't stop it by, like, blocking it. I don't think I would block it, though. Playing my commander is 10 times better than doing anything else. Alright, Mayor. 2-2 this game. That's what I need, buddy. 2-2, please. My opponent sacrificed their commander. Is that what's going on? No way in God's green earth I'm not blocking. I'm forcing the issue here. Sure. You got it. This is probably favoring me, but who knows? Let's find out. I feel like it favors me. Could be wrong. Of course. One, two, three, four, five, six. I need a land. Alright, Mayor. Wolf, please. Okay, I'm very surprised to see this. Desperation draw, maybe? Gristlebrand. Never mind, not surprised at all. I see the point. I basically just lost. Fun. Opponent drew literally the best card in their deck to go with their commander. Because of course they did. Why wouldn't they? And they can just do that again next turn. Do I have reach? No, no. No. Whatever. I guess I'll leave up the flash wolf, but I think I'm just dead. Because Gristlebrand is stupid. If they have an extra turn, I'm dead. There's a few things that kill me here. Because again, I don't have reach. And I didn't kill my opponent. The fact that you can do it again is crazy. You don't have to re-exile a new card. That's just kind of crazy to me. But yeah, this is, I mean, Gristlebrand's the only thing that matters, and they hit it, so there's not much to say there. They just drew the best card in their deck, so. I don't know, I mean, they don't have mana to take an extra turn, and they can't kill my commander, so maybe we can still win. It would be kind of crazy, but it's possible, I guess. I can't imagine a board wipe. It really would be kind of weird in this deck, but I guess it's possible as well. I mean, if you don't have it now, you need to just draw another 7 and find something. So they must have drawn something. Okay, that just snap resolved. I mean, they have to have something. I don't know. Orcish Bowmasters in response to my attack, because I'll draw a bunch of cards because I have werewolves. Bowmasters would kill me here. Bowmasters would kill me. I don't know if I'm interested in respecting that. I don't know if I can respect that. Okay, let's see what happens when I play this. Okay. I'm dead to Bowmasters because I'm too low, but they could have been counting my wolves. Could have been counting my wolves. But again, there's nothing I can do about it. What is my opponent doing? Oh. Okay. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane. I can't believe I won this game. I got hit twice by a Gristlebrand. It does cost 2 mana to do that, and it was early in the game. But I guess my assessment of that being extremely, I mean, it still is extremely powerful, right? I mean, it's kind of the same as us drawing 15 cards of the Defender thing, right? Like but the fact, again, it's the Ward 3 that chokes him on mana here, right? They actually did have an answer, sort of, kind of. I mean, this makes sense for them to think about it, but they were just still dead by 3. But yeah, that was, wow, that was a crazy game. I did not think we could win that. But yeah, they didn't have that much mana. That's what just allowed us to capitalize on getting hit by Gristlebrand. We got hit by Gristlebrand twice. They stole 14 life from us. That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. Okay, so I really, really like this commander. I don't really regret any of the crafts I did, except Mayor of Averbrook. This never made a wolf. You have to do nothing, which is kind of unlikely because you're drawing cards on your turn. So not casting a spell on your turn is actually kind of unlikely. And then your opponent's turn, them not casting a spell, is a little bit likely, but if they're not casting a spell and you have this in play and you're swinging here, you're not ever going to flip this because you probably just won because they didn't swing or didn't cast a spell and lost. So I don't like this card at all. Whoops, I just took out the Mass Vandal next to it. And what's another card? Oh, jeez. Double clicked. Good thing I caught that. What else wasn't very good? The indestructible stuff was decent. It always felt like it was getting in the way. Like, alright, I want to curve out with my Elves and Wolves, ramp, and then play this, and then swing with it. Like, I never felt like I had a spot to play this before my commander was in play, so I don't like it as much. It does defend you after, right? Like, your opponent takes one massive hit, tries to stabilize with a board wipe, but you drew Selfless Spirit. You can cast it after combat, or rather pre-combat on your first attempt at swinging. So I still kind of like them. Teferi's Protection almost won me a game against a massive Alpha Strike, but their stuff had Vigilance. But it almost scammed my opponent. If they didn't have Vigilance, I would have just straight won that game. What else? I liked everything that gave haste. That was nice. Rocco felt very, very uninteresting. Like, there was nothing I was going to get with Rocco that I was, like, excited about. My idea was, when I put it in here, was you play your commander, and then you play this on turn 6, or let's say you're still at 5. You can go tutor one of your indestructible cards, right? I can play this, get this. Or if I had 6 mana, I can get Boromir. And then still swing safely into whatever my opponent was doing, and then still have a large board, right? And maybe my opponent tried to have a favorable trade with a block, but now we just ruined it because we played this. Or, you know, they have a sweeper, now they don't. So that was the logic, but I just felt like Rocco itself would have been better as kind of anything else instead that helped me get to that point. Like, even a mana rock. I don't have any mana rocks in here, but I think I would prefer that over this anyways. And I'm not looking for a large creature, and I'm not looking for a combo creature. It's just like a value thing, but it's not even getting something like Lauren or Reclamation Sage or Scavenging Ooze. Like, it's not even toolkitting. So I actually don't like this. It just felt underwhelming. I kind of like Revels. It puts cards in play. You know, the argument is this card itself, which is a pretty common argument. This card itself could just be something that you would prefer to tutor up, rather. But I kind of like this. If you get hosed, you can sort of rebuild pretty fast with this in play. Everything you cast comes with something that's relevant, right? Any elf adds counters, any wolf draws cards that it hits, which is just totally fine with this. So I still kind of like it. And it costs 3. I just think it's fine. The only place I've ever seen this played is like Goblins, like Goblin Combo Degeneracy, but it's cool to play it here. I've never actually played it before. Pretty much every wolf felt decent. I don't think I talked about Collected Company in the intro, but this deck is very, very creature dense, and those creatures can be hit by Collected Company. This is a sleeper card in this format. You don't see it too often because it's really bad, but some decks can run it, and I think this is one of them. I think that's pretty neat, and I think every time I did cast it, it actually hit 2 cards. It's really nice. It's like almost 50%, like 40-ish% hit rate. It's pretty decent. I like the Planeswalkers. Anything that gave haste before my commander came in play was nice. Halana and whatnot. I like Strike It Rich. It didn't start in the deck, but it's just another way to quickly get this in play. It does cost 5, right? That is pretty steep for a, you know, play and swing all out style deck. It's kind of steep, but you can offset it with stuff like this. I don't hate this card. I really don't. You just turn 1 treasure, and then you use that treasure to cast this later. If you have nothing to do with 3 mana, you can get the other side of it. I think that's totally fine. It's either this or Faithless Looting, discarding things that are not going to help you currently and finding relevant stuff. You could definitely put Faithless Looting in here. I might end up doing that. I did just take some things out that I thought were really bad. I still like this card. I think every wolf in here is decent except this one. This one felt eh. It has trample. That's pretty cool. It's another thing that can swing if you have a bunch of elves, gets big suddenly with your commander. Trample is pretty nice when things are large and you don't want your opponent to chump block spam you. So that is relevant. It's a wolf and has trample, but I don't know if that's enough to really make me want to play this. There is a 3/3 changeling. Like, where are you? Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Wait, that's not it. I'm stupid. Where are you? Where's the changeling? There's a 3 mana 3/3 changeling. Maybe I'm just wrong. It was always this. No, hold on. Oh, I thought there was another changeling. Not collected. Okay, I'm done. Found it. This is the 3 mana 3/3 changeling. That's all it is. It doesn't have any. You can't utilize the text box. This is probably slightly better than the wolf that I was just talking about, Primal Adversary. This has trample, but this is an elf and a wolf. So I don't know. You will never get the kicker on this. It's just not going to happen. The game is over before you have like 10 mana. Really, before you even have 7 lands in play, the game's probably over. It just never feels that great. Making your lands wolves is pretty cool, right? You can play this and then draw like 3 cards or something if you like did this, even though those lands are tapped. Like it's just weird. Like the wolves tapped, I mean. And you also turn your creatures, or you turn your lands into creatures, which is not always ideal, right? So if you don't own this card, it is a mythic. You don't need this one. Like, this is just totally fine right here. Actually, I might even just slip that right in. I don't like the other changelings, though. What else? What other card was very notable? Anything notable here? No, that's about it, actually. Yeah, I was very satisfied with this. I would say it's rather linear, right? It doesn't feel like I have 200 cards to choose from like I do with a lot of commanders. It feels like there's just about 140 cards in the game that fit in here. So it isn't very diverse in its like deck range of like how the variance of other people's deck ideas is not too wide. But that's kind of fine, right? I really think this is the best route. Like, the heavy green is just where you're already gonna kind of be, because again, most elves and wolves are green, and it's just the best color of the 3 because of your mana dorks on turn 1. There is nothing in the game that is better than that currently, and there's nothing in Naya specifically that will ever outdo that. So you're just going to do that. You're going to run them. Again, even the ones that are not elves are just so good that you have to run this. You just have to. I had this in here because I thought it was kind of adorable. This is another card that absolutely did not have to be in here. I don't think it ever came up that it had Death Touch. Like, it never sat there and surprise blocked anything or anything like that. But it could definitely be something else. There's definitely variants, but the mana was fine, right? Pretty straightforward. Again, we're not trying to get cute with our lands. I don't think there was ever a game where I ever felt like a man land would have turned the tides of battle or made me win faster or make my opponent reconsider anything. Like, the Den of the Bugbear and the green Hydra thing, the Layer of the Hydra. I just don't like them. I don't like them. Your commander costs 5. You don't want these tap lands later if it's important to cast this on curve every time. Like, you're just not doing that. I think you need at least 1 mana ramp spell, so you need 1 mana dork. Probably always mulliganing for it. It feels kind of sad, but I don't think you can ever realistically play this on turn 5 and then swing on turn 6. I think that is way too honest and probably impossible. I don't think you could really win. You'll have like a 35% win rate if your deck looked like that. There's a lot of decks where you're not even really capitalizing on the ward 3 if you play this on turn 5, right? Your opponent could have a wall of counter spells too because you didn't quickly get this in play, so now you have to deal with that, unless you had like Cavern of Souls or something. But aside from that, this resolves on turn 5, your opponent untaps, let's say it's their turn 5, they can kill this with a 2-mana removal spell. That's pretty easy. Or if it's their turn 6, they're going into 6, they have, you know, a whole slosh of things that kill this. So you really do need at least one ramp spell, in my opinion. The more you have, the better, right? The faster this is in play, the better. But you need at least one to get that going. I really think you do. Mana Tithe hosed somebody once, but Mana Tithe is Mana Tithe. Don't really need to talk about it. You could easily just put Reprieve in this spot instead, or you could just run both. But yeah, that's it. That's it. I'll stop rambling. I really liked this commander, as quote-unquote one-dimensional it kind of felt. You know, your turn 1 Ragavan scams were pretty funny. But that's just Ragavan for you. Yeah, let me know what you think about this commander. I would recommend this commander. I would put it probably like A-A. It is actually a pretty solid commander. You're not going to beat Pock or First Sliver, I don't think. That's pretty par for the course, though. But you will, you know, you'll beat a Modi, at least. So, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about it. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.